Hey guys, real quick, make sure to go back through and watch all of the videos that I've got posted. And if you watch them in order, that will be especially helpful because they are posted in the order that I recorded them. And so as I make comments in different videos about, oh, I mentioned this in another video, it'll make more sense if you have already watched that. And I try not to repeat myself too much, so go back, watch them in order. Thanks, guys. Hey y'all, and welcome back to Tobacco Leaf Legacies. I'm Cheryl, and we're working on my grandmother's china today. This is kind of the last area that that I need to pack up. I've packed up pretty much everything else, but the china I've left. I guess because this just really reminds me of my grandmother. Her china here, her, main pattern set, whatever you want to call it, she did use it a lot. A lot of people have these beautiful china patterns and they never use them. They put them up in a cabinet, something like this. It looks beautiful, but they never use it. And to kind of go back to a theme that I talk about a lot, carpe diem, okay? I mean, I get fine china. Maybe you don't want to use it all the time, every day, with the kids, that kind of thing. But y'all don't save this stuff. Don't save it just for special occasions, because one day those will stop. They will be gone and people in your family will be gone. And, like for me, I'm glad that this has gotten a lot of use and a lot of love over the years, because there's not really going to be that many more people to enjoy it. So if you have got favorite jewelry, favorite perfume, favorite dishes, that kind of stuff, don't just always save it for a special day, for those random scarce kind of days. Use it and enjoy it while you're here. Okay? So just a little life lesson for today, I guess we'll call it. So this is, like I said, this is all my grandmother's, and I will show you, let me get a bigger plate here, and I will show you the pattern. Now I have pictures, and I'll probably go ahead and kind of throw this in while I'm talking. I've got pictures where in the dining room here that my grandmother had the table all set and she had friends over and they had a nice meal, and I'm sure it was a delicious meal because apparently my grandmother could cook. I don't really know because, as I've said, I came along so late and she wasn't really cooking anything by the time I came along, but apparently she was a good cook. So I'm sure there were some delicious meals on these plates. Okay, so this is really pretty. No, it's made in China, made in Japan. I can't really see what the mark is on here, but let me put that here. Hopefully that is focusing on here where you can see it nice. It's a really pretty floral pattern, and I think I have only had one, maybe two meals off these plates. And what I'm going to do, I may have said this in another video, when I get to my mountain house, I have got, of course, my grandmother's set here. My mom has also got a set at home. So I've got two really nice sets. Now, do you think that I'm going to just keep this for special occasions? Oh, no. No, no, no. We will be using the fine china all the time. Because, like I said, I've only had one or two meals on it, and this stuff is beautiful, and I really want to get use out of it. I want to use it. I don't have children to pass this down to. So we're going to be using the fine china in the mountains. Okay. And so, of course, with this set, you get, we get the smaller plates and we get the pretty dainty little teacups. Can't wait to have some tea and coffee out of these. With the little saucers, of course. And there are some smaller bowls. We've got the tiny ones here. And then we've got some bigger ones. Now, my grandmother, well, let's see, before we move on to that, she had some pieces that match this as well. So it wasn't just plates. So we've got a sugar, we've got let's see, we've got what I call a casserole dish. I don't know if there's a proper name for it. And some little serving plates and a bigger dish over here. We even have a little creamer. Isn't it beautiful? It's just beautiful. Like I said, I'd have to look up what the mark is. I don't know if it will show on here. I'll kind of zoom into it a little bit. Not now, of course, because there's just so much other stuff going on. But when I do get settled, when I do get the mountain home, when I can, put everything back, all of Mama's pieces, I call my grandmother Mama. She's got some other pieces in the drawer here. I would like to look up maybe what these are, if there's a name for it. I know there's all sorts of depression glass and pieces and just different names for things. And I'll tell you, while I'm showing y'all some of this stuff, if you're familiar with it, if you know what it is, let me know in the comments, because that would just help so much when I do get ready to, start looking everything up to see what information I can find. Let's see, is that gonna let me take it out of here? Yes. Barely. Look at this blue one. Look at the blue one. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful, beautiful pieces. So this is what I'm doing today, is I am working on packing all of this stuff up. Now, I'm not going to do a video on just packing because that would be boring. Who wants to watch me pack up stuff? But I figured as I'm going along with this, and as I run into these pretty pieces, which looks like somebody's already broken that one, I thought it would be kind of neat to show them to you. And again, like I said, some of you may be familiar with some of the pieces that my grandmother has and may know what the names of them are. Now, another thing that I'm doing with packing this up is, just a second here, I have saved, there we go. I have saved some packing stuff. Now, when y'all are packing, don't pack up your towels in a box and put them away. Use them as packing. They're towels. I mean, you're not using them for anything filthy. You're just using them to wrap up breakables, to, kind of stuff in some areas that need some extra padding. This is wonderful padding, okay? So don't ever pack up your towels just all in a box by themselves. Use them as packing. So we've got some towels that I can use, but also I have been saving these, okay? They're just the little bubble mailers, right? These are wonderful. Let me move this just a second. See right there. You have to wrap these very carefully anyway, and they are perfect to put in here. It's bubble wrap. It's already got the bubble in it for you. And when you're getting ready to pack, when you're getting ready to move, the more of this kind of stuff and shipping peanuts and paper, and all the stuff that you get in the boxes when you order something. The more of that you can save, the more money that you're going to save. Because when you go to buy that stuff at Home Depot or wherever you might be, it costs money, okay? Bubble wrap, I mean, the stuff is not cheap. So anything that you can keep, that you can reuse, this is saving you money, okay? So knowing that I had all of this to pack up, I have been saving, don't laugh at me, y'all. I have been saving these things for a long time. Now, admittedly, I hoard packing supplies anyway, okay? Because I do a lot on Etsy, I do a lot on eBay. So over the last, oh my goodness, probably 20 years, I've done a lot of shipping. And so I already hoard the peanuts and the paper and, you know, some boxes and this kind of stuff to reuse because, like I said, this saves me money. I mean, when you're buying this stuff, even if it says free shipping, trust me, it's not free. It's built into the price. You're still paying for it. So I figure it's just a couple suggestions. Maybe you already do this, but these especially I just thought would be very helpful with the plates and such. Now I've still got some other bubble wrap and paper and of course the towels and peanuts and things that I'm going to put in there. So the dishes will have a very nice little cushion for the next, gosh, I don't know, year and a half, something like that, however long that it's going to take me. So wanted to show you a little bit of this kind of stuff, tell you about the packing. I'm going to get to packing, and as I pull some other dishes out, I will hold them up and show them to you, show them off a little bit, of course, because I'm very proud of what my grandmother has here. And you know, if you happen to recognize it and can tell me maybe what it is, if it's got a name, that would be so wonderful. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so here's a few cute pieces. I'm assuming, please tell me if I'm wrong, I am assuming that these went on the table to set your drinks on. You know, like a cold drink in a glass, maybe so that it wouldn't sweat on the table, maybe get the, you know, the cover wet. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure, so if I'm wrong, please tell me. But I thought these are really cute. And these are glass, and hopefully this will focus on these. Isn't that adorable? Let's see, hold it down. There we go. Show you that one. This one with the horse is very cool. And then we have this one. I'm not even sure what this one is. Maybe there's parts of it that's that's come off. Aren't those cute? So retro. I'm assuming maybe those are from, I don't know, late 40s, early 50s. Like I said, if y'all know anything about this stuff, you know, let me know. I have not done any searches yet to get any information off of it, but these are just so cute. They are so, so cute. So retro. I mean, look at her. That's adorable. Okay, I've got a few other pieces here that I'm getting out of the drawers. Now this is really hard to see. Not sure if this is focusing on it right. It's got a beautiful pattern in it, and it is a very, very light pink. Absolutely no mark on the bottom whatsoever. This is another beautiful piece. Now this is not the same. This has got a, I don't know, kind of a light orange-ish, melon color-ish hue to it. See if it'll focus on that. Again, there's no, you know, mark or anything on the bottom of this, but it's beautiful. And look at this vase. It's got a little, is it a little pea or something on the bottom of it? I don't know, but look at this. This is kind of, it's orange, and it's got an iridescent, gosh, rainbow-ish color to it. Gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. So, okay, let me see what else is in the drawer down here. Okay, here is a gorgeous piece. It, again, there's no mark or anything on the bottom, and it's kind of like that light orange melon color with a little iridescence in it. So let me hold this up and see if it will focus on this so that you can see. Kind of move it a little bit. It's got really pretty flowers sort of on the outside. I mean, this is just gorgeous. Does it look familiar to you? Like, is this depression glass or a form of it? I don't know. I'm assuming because the grandparents bought the land in 1930. my mom was born in the mid 30s, and I believe they, it took them, I think 2, 3, few years, whatever, to move in. So my mom they didn't actually move into the house, I think, until she was 2 or 3, something like that. I think that's what it is. Some of the history I'm still a little foggy on. So I'm assuming that, of course, the china and all of my grandmother's pieces came from the 40s. I'm guessing that the majority of her pieces are from the 40s. Maybe this was beyond, I was gonna say beyond Depression, but no, that was in the 30s. So it could be right around the same time. Nonetheless, again, y'all know something, please comment. Oh my goodness, because there's so much history here. And I know people, especially with the different dishes, the different, what are they called? Collections, I guess, back in the 30s and 40s and stuff. There are a lot of people that collect this stuff. There's a lot of people that have information on the sets and other pieces that go with it. And I just have no clue. I have no clue with this kind of stuff, and just have not had the opportunity to sit down and really research. So that's another pretty piece that I wanted to show you. Okay, and I have got another beautiful piece. This is a bigger bowl. It is the same kind of dark orange, melon, iridescent, oh my gosh, I don't know, what do you call it, color. So let me hold that up a little bit so you can kind of see. And then this is the other side. This one, to me, is especially beautiful just because of the gorgeous pattern that's kind of cut into the side of it. Beautiful, really beautiful pieces. Apparently, my grandmother liked the pinks and the orange. Again, I don't know when they were from. I don't know, maybe that's what was out at the time. Maybe that was what you had to choose from, was the pink and the orange-ish pieces. I'm not sure, but she's got a lot of those. Now, I know there is something called uranium glass. And this is something that, as much old stuff as I've seen and have looked at, and antique shops and on, I never knew about a uranium glass. Do you know about it? Probably most of you do. The ones who are maybe like me and didn't know. It is green glass, okay? Just instead of the pink, it's bright green, so you can't miss it. And look it up on Google to get a better explanation. I'm not good at, there's so much going on up here, I cannot remember all the details, but it is made with uranium. And why it was and all that, I don't remember. But the cool thing about it is when you have it, you get a black light. Hold the black light to it, and you can look up these photos and stuff on eBay or Google or wherever. You hold a black light to it and it glows. It glows neon green, and it's so fun, it's so cool. They say that there's not enough in it to hurt you now. I don't really know about that. I can't really seem to get a definitive answer. My niece has got a few pieces that she's purchased recently, and I went on eBay and I bought a little bud vase, I guess you'd call it, and I found some black lights that are string lights, fairy lights, whatever you want to call them. And so I kind of stuck them down in the little bud vase, and of course left the little part that you turn on outside. And so that's kind of fun. So I can turn that on and the whole little vase lights up. I'm of course up at the farm now. When I get home and get ready to edit this and post it, I'll try to get a photo of that, especially when it's glowing, because it's really cute. But as popular as that was, back in this time period, my grandmother does not have any of it. There is no green glass here. I believe there are maybe some other colors kind of that were out at that time too. Again, different collections. I'm not familiar with them, but we do not have any green glass, and what we have is the pink and the orange, which is fine because I think it's beautiful. I believe that's all I want to show you in this one. Like I said, it's time to pack up the silver and the plates and the china and the beautiful dishes and all that. And I hate to, but it will go back in here one day. And so I cannot be too sad about that. Now it may take a year or so, but I'll get it back in there and I will be able to use it, and I will just be so thrilled. Oh my goodness. So thrilled to be able to have her stuff on a table again. So I'm going to close this video out so that I can get busy here getting the stuff into tubs. And of course, as usual, I'm going to remind you that time is so very precious. Carpe diem, seize the day. I'll see you next time.